How's it going, everybody? So most likely you got a drone probably this holiday season, or you got it as a gift sometime. And I know when I got my drone, I thought my vacations are gonna be amazing! And like most of us, fully not knowing what aerial photography really is. But we have photography experience or video experience. So I'm gonna tell you my checklist that I developed so far in order to make great drone shots for your videos. First, know the rules in the area that you're shooting. So in Google, just type where you're gonna be and type drone regulations. You'll find everything you need. Done. Update your software if needed. For DJI, I use the DJI Assistant on my computer when I can't use my app. I also go to the DJI forums, especially the Spark one. They're full of people just like you and me, learning about this stuff, finding out about all the new firmwares, which they're updating every couple weeks. And it's super important to update your firmware as soon as you get your drone, because you could be grounded and not be able to fly. It just won't go up. Okay, all the housekeeping is done. Now to get to shooting. I hit record as soon as I have my drone on. I double check if it's recording on the screen. This records my entire flight because, like most of us, we don't prepare our shots. We're on vacation, we're trying to do stuff. So this kind of helps out in that way. But it's okay. If you do prepare your shots, that's great too. You never know when you might catch that one moment. Function buttons. I love function buttons. They're amazing, they're quick. I set one of them as a bird's eye view. It's basically like a reset button for me when I'm tilting my camera and I need to get right back to either down or up. It resets it back to one of those two settings. It's amazing. It helps me out a lot. I love doing that bird's eye view button. And then my other one is a lock exposure button. And I love locking exposure. It gets rid of the ramping effect that you get with automatic modes on any type of camera. You know, when you go from a very bright to a very dark, and then you see that gradual decrease in either ISO or frame rate or shutter speed, any of those types of things. I always lock exposure to the thing I want to keep in exposure, and then I hit the lock button, and then away it goes. And that's the one huge ultra step to make all your images more cinematic. Now, unless you're taking pictures, this doesn't apply to you, but most drone clips, when you look at a video, are between 1 and 5 seconds long, and then they transition into another clip. That's because being in the air, you're in a constant state of revealing. At least that's how I look at it. So after about 5 seconds, we kind of get bored and we want to see what's next. So keep your pacing around that when you're in the editing room. Also, music helps with pacing as well, but don't be afraid to break all those rules. Next is that it's okay to have the remote in your vacation shots. And plus, you want to have it in your hands just in case something goes awry, or at least have it close by. Now, besides the DJI quick shots, which I won't talk about too much, but it's like having your own personal cameraman. I always make sure that there's no obstacles around. I look around, no obstacles, I make sure it's up in the air, I make sure it's really far away from anything like mountains or anything like that, just in case if it goes flying away or the wind picks it up or anything like that. Always look for obstacles and then adjust for those types of shots. But again, I rarely use the quick settings. Instead, I think about all the various types of cinematic movements and the type of storytelling elements that I use in my montage. For example, I always try to follow these 3 things when establishing the story. I establish where we are, what we're doing, what is next, or resolve with things as simple as a sunset or just waving to the camera goodbye. Now, in terms of movements with your drone, these are the type of movements that I think of, and I use these a lot. I use a dolly in or out. I use an orbit. I use pan or reveal, which is one of my favorite ones. Tracking side to side with a tracking side to side reveal. I use elevator a lot. Bird's eye view. Crane reveal. So that's my checklist. What's your checklist? How do you tell your stories? Let me know down in the comment section below. If you like this video, please like it, share it. If you haven't subscribed yet, be sure to subscribe to this channel. Now go out there and shoot something awesome. See you guys next time. Bye.